This is too funny to me. Can you imagine Mexico actually doing some big deportation of Americans?
U.S. citizens are being denied entry into Mexico. Check out this video.
Today we're in Mexico, they're not letting us in.
Todos los que son nacidos en Estados Unidos traen un pasaporte, sí o sí pasaporte.
Today we're walking into Mexico and we're getting denied entry. Check it out.
Yeah, no entry.
See what's going on in Mexico? No? Mexicans are protesting. Yeah. They are protesting because they don't want their cities to be gentrified. And they also don't want Americanos not using pesos and not speaking the language and not practicing their culture. What? So you mean I can't go over there and just pop a bunch of 4th of July fireworks for the fuck of it on the 4th?
Well,
Mexicans deporting Americans is the funniest thing I've learned this year so far. Apparently, Mexican authorities are deporting Americans who have colonized along the beaches and nicer areas of Mexico who do not have the proper documentation. So yes, they've been deporting them back to the States. And you know, it's ironic because Americans are like, oh, pack up your bags, you gotta go home or whatever. And well, the Americans who have thought to exhaust Mexican resources and go live the cheap life, right? In nice areas, well, pack up your bags and let's wrap it up.
Oh, wait, you can't go to Mexico because Mexico is kicking the Americans out of Mexico because they said that the Mexicans are having to deal with high inflation because the Americans are coming in there and it's increasing the prices of goods. Huh? Oh, but it's okay for us to take everybody in our country, right? But Mexico don't want no Americans. And then Mexico was freezing bank accounts. This was before Trump was even in office. So you can go look this up. Look, don't believe me because I'm saying it. Believe me because I'm telling you. Go look it up. Okay. Mexico was freezing American bank accounts of people that were living in Mexico and seizing their bank accounts. Okay.
This is exactly why I've been telling you guys again and again to get your dual citizenship. I have never gotten a visa in my life. I have never paid to go into Mexico. I know nothing about that. I've been hearing rumors that Mexico is going to start asking people visiting from the US for visas to enter Mexico. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a Mexican passport in 2025. It's literally free and it's never been easier. I mean, but if you guys are okay with continuously having to pay fees to go into Mexico, having to get visas, that's your problem. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Okay, get out of here.
You know, it's always been interesting to me how when America is enforcing its border policies, it is seen as the villain, as the evil white regime, the colonizer, the racist who simply want to see America white again. And here's the thing about that. Nearly every other country, whether developed or underdeveloped, has a strict border policy, including Mexico. Look at this right here. This is I think right now, a current protest, mostly peaceful protest, wink, wink, that is taking place in Mexico City. And what is the subject of this protest? Immigration.
Again?
That's right, folks.
It's on immigrants. Okay.
They want you to go home. They want you to either learn their language, to assimilate, or to get the hell out. Now imagine that. Somebody believing that it is actually politically correct to ask those who look to become a part of your culture to actually be a part of that culture. And when that doesn't happen and instead people flood in illegally without respect of your law, you happen to do something about it. Imagine that.
Let's see it from another angle, actually.
Oh, the mighty falling. The mighty is falling, oh.
Mexico is now deporting Americans back to the US because they're fed up. So recently, people in Mexico have been complaining because there's been an increased amount of Americans moving to Mexico without documentation. This has been causing inflation in Mexico since Americans usually don't pay any tax, and they pay in US dollars, so prices have been going up. Just in the past 60 days, there's been over 240,000 immigrant apprehensions, and over 7,000 of them have been deported so far. The reason people are fleeing from the US to Mexico is because they can't afford to live in America anymore, and in Mexico the US dollar has a lot more value and can go a longer way. However, because of this, people in Mexico are also feeling like Americans have been colonizing in a lot of parts of Mexico, and for locals it's been a struggle since businesses have been naturally raising prices in response to this. People in Mexico are saying this is decreasing the quality of life over there, and everyone using pesos now having to pay more to buy anything. But now the president of Mexico is allegedly starting to take action against all the people who are coming over to Mexico illegally, and he's deporting people back to America more than any
Mexico actually doing some big deportation of Americans. They are deporting Americans. Now, let me just say this. I saw a video a while back where this Mexican was saying that sometimes some of them be laughing at America because cost of living is so cheap, like no matter what their income is, they're living a good life. They got money, nice house, nice home, because cost of living is so cheap, right? And of course I looked at it, keep on moving, because I ain't doing that kidnapping stuff. But neither here or there. Evidently some, how can I say it? Some white people is over there causing trouble. Now I thought, right, for y'all who saw the videos, that they were travelers, they were tourist people over there on vacation. No, y'all. These are people that have moved to Mexico, living in Mexico because cost of living is cheap and they could afford to live in Mexico. And they even said that some of them is over there, they working from home. In other words, they have like American jobs, but they're living over there, right? Because they're working from home. But neither here or there, they over there living off that cheap cost of living because they could afford to do it. But they ain't got no papers. They are considered illegal immigrants. Yeah, you get where this is going at, right? So, yeah, they're deporting Americans from Mexico. Now, I do hope, Lord, I do hope they're not putting them in cages the way Americans do Mexicans and these other people when they want to capture them at the border. And I also wonder, quick question, are these the same people that come back to America during an election and vote against the Mexican? Now, my video is not about immigrants and should nobody vote against the Mexicans and blah, blah, blah. Because y'all know that's what it is. Hey, Mexico's this, that, and whatever, right? But yet y'all taking y'all little happy behind over there living off the Mexican land. And now they deport y'all because y'all want to treat Mexico like Miami. That's all I'm saying.
So this is what happens when you get caught in Mexico. How did they even find me in the first place? I was coming back from a concert in a bus stop at a toll booth. Some guy came in asking for ID. I showed him my California ID, but I didn't have my passport. Next thing I knew, I was in a van. I got to the immigration office. They patted me down, took away all my belongings. They looked me up and they saw that I overstayed my 180-day tourist visa. Long story short, they didn't let me leave the immigration office until I bought my ticket to go back to the USA. Which is crazy because I already have my dual citizenship in process, but it's not complete yet. That could be why it didn't show up in the system. The closest flight I could get had multiple stops. Before I went to LA, I stopped at Monterrey. I thought it was going to be a smooth process going back to the United States, but then this happened. I didn't get my little paper stamp that they give you when you enter the country, so I ended up missing my flight. And anyone that overstays their 180 days, you have to pay a fee of 717 pesos, which is $35. But since I'm being kicked out of the country, I didn't have to pay that Anyways, fee. They got me another multiple stop flight, so it took me 2 more flights before I got back to the United States. Yeah.
US citizens are being denied entry into Mexico. Check out this video.
Today we're in Mexico, they're not letting us in.
Todos los que son nacidos en Estados Unidos traen un pasaporte, sí o sí pasaporte.
Today we're walking into Mexico and we're getting denied entry. Check it out.
Yeah, okay, this was crazy.
Tienen que traer un pasaporte, sí o sí pasaporte. Porque las
Pasaporte.
Pero ya cambió con el Trump, ¿verdad? Que el Trump cambió todo, so ustedes ya es más difícil, ¿verdad?
And this is exactly why I've been telling you guys again and again to get your dual citizenship. I have never gotten a visa in my life. I have never paid to go into Mexico. I know nothing about that. I've been hearing rumors that Mexico is going to start asking people visiting from the US for visas to enter Mexico. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a Mexican passport in 2025. It's literally free, and it's never been easier. I mean, but if you guys are okay with continuously having to pay fees to go into Mexico, having to get visas, that's your problem. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Just like that, the tables have turned. For years, Americans pushed the go back to your country narrative, and now it's being served right back with extra spice. Mexico didn't blink. No special treatment, no privilege pass. If you're not legal, you leave. This isn't just deportation. It's not just a deportation story. It's a reflection of what happens when the same energy you've given comes back to you, finds its way back to you. So what do we call this? Justice, karma, or just the world leveling out? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. See you.